Hello everyone and welcome back to our YouTube channel TNV Academy. I'm your host Akanksha Mishra. So let's start with today's session on QMS Lead Auditor Training course of ISO 9001. The QMS Lead Auditor Training course for ISO 9001-2015 is a comprehensive professional level program designed for individuals who aspire to lead and manage complete audits of quality management systems, QMS, aligned with the ISO 9001-2015 standard. ISO 9001-2015 is the world's most widely adopted quality management standard, used by organizations of all sizes and sectors to demonstrate their ability to consistently provide products and services that meet customer and regulatory requirements. The standard emphasizes a process approach, risk-based thinking, and continuous improvement. The lead auditor course goes beyond simply understanding the clauses of this standard. It trains participants to evaluate how effectively an organization has implemented and maintained its QMS and whether it truly delivers value to customers and stakeholders. This training is often a mandatory requirement for professionals who wish to work as third-party auditors for certification bodies, and it is highly valued for internal quality roles as well. Now let's discuss what is a lead auditor and why this role is critical. A lead auditor is a qualified professional who has the competence to plan, manage, execute, and report on full-scope QMS audits. While a regular internal auditor may participate in parts of an audit or focus on specific departments, a lead auditor is responsible for the entire audit life cycle. This includes defining audit objectives and scope, developing the audit plan, leading the audit team, conducting opening and closing meetings, evaluating evidence, determining conformity and non-conformity against ISO 9001 requirements, and preparing the final audit report. The lead auditor also plays a key role in deciding whether an organization's QMS is effective enough to recommend certification, surveillance, or recertification. This role is critical because organizations depend on auditors to provide an objective, evidence-based view of their management system. A skilled lead auditor does not just check documents. They assess whether processes are working as intended, whether risks are being managed, and whether the organization is truly committed to quality and improvement. Their findings can influence management decisions, drive corrective actions, and ultimately enhance customer satisfaction and business performance. In many industries, having certified lead auditors on staff is also a signal to customers and regulators that the organization takes quality seriously. Now, the detailed content and structure of the lead auditor course is here. A typical ISO 9001-2015 QMS lead auditor course is an intensive 5-day program, totaling around 40 hours of training, and is structured to balance theoretical knowledge with practical application. Reputable courses are often aligned with guidelines from bodies such as CQI and IRCT, that is Chartered Quality Institute, and International Register of Certified Auditors, or equivalent national and international accreditation schemes. The course content can be broadly divided into the following key areas. Foundation of Quality Management and ISO 9001-2015. The course begins by building a strong conceptual foundation. Participants are introduced to the history and evolution of ISO 9001, the purpose of management system standards, and the benefits of implementing a QMS. A major focus is placed on the 7 quality management principles, that is QMPs, which form the philosophical backbone of ISO 9001. Customer focus, understanding and meeting customer needs and expectations. Then we have leadership. The role of top management in establishing unity of purpose and direction. Then engagement of people, ensuring competence, involvement and empowerment at all levels. Process approach, managing activities and resources as interconnected processes. Then we have improvement, a permanent objective focused on enhancing performance. Then evidence-based decision making, using data and analysis to drive decisions. Relationship management, managing relationships with suppliers and partners for sustained success. Participants then study the structure of ISO 9001-2015, which follows the NXSL high-level structure common to all new ISO management system standards. This structure includes 10 main clauses. Clause 1 to 3, scope, normative references and terms definitions. Clause 4, context of the organization, understanding internal external issues, stakeholder needs and defining the QMS scope. Then clause 5, leadership, policy roles, responsibilities and customer focus. Then we have clause 6, planning, addressing risk and opportunities, setting quality objectives and planning changes. Then clause 7, support, resources, competence, awareness, communication and control of documented information. Then clause 8, operation, planning and control of operational processes, design and development, control of externally provided resources, processes, products and services, and handling non-conformity outputs. Then we have clause 9, performance evaluation, monitoring, measurement, analysis, internal audit and management review. Then we have clause 10, improvement, handling non-conformities, corrective actions and continuous improvement. Trainers often use examples, group discussions and mini exercises to help participants relate these clauses to real organizational scenarios. Then we have audit principles, types and the audit process. ISO 19011. A significant portion of the course is dedicated to the audit process itself, guided by ISO 19011 guidelines for auditing management systems. Participants learn the fundamental principles of auditing, such as integrity, fair presentation, due professional care, confidentiality, independence, and evidence-based approach. They also explore different types of audits. First-party audits, internal audits conducted within the organization. Then we have second-party audits, audits of suppliers, contractors, or partners. Third-party audits, independent audits by external certification bodies for certification purposes. The course then walks participants through each stage of the audit process in detail. Now, initiating the audit, confirming audit objectives, scope, criteria, and feasibility. Then audit planning, developing an audit plan, selecting the audit team, assigning responsibilities, and preparing working documents like checklist. Then conducting document review, evaluating the organization's QMS documentation, quality manual, procedures, records, before the on-site audit to identify potential areas of concern. Now, on-site audit activities, holding the opening meeting, collecting evidence through interviews, observation and sampling, verifying implementation of processes and identifying conformity and non-conformity, preparing and distributing the audit report, documenting findings clearly, objectivity and feasibility to specific clauses or requirements, completing the audit and follow-up, holding the closing meeting, agreeing on timelines for corrective actions, and verifying the effectiveness of those actions. Then comes practical exercises, case studies, and role plays. Theory alone is not enough to create a competent lead auditor. Therefore, high-quality courses include extensive practical components. Participants work in groups to plan and simulate audits based on realistic case studies. They practice conducting opening and closing meetings, asking effective questions, listening actively, and managing difficult situations, such as uncooperative auditees or conflicting evidence. They also practice writing non-conformity statements that are specific, factual, and linked directly to ISO 9001 clauses. For example, instead of writing poor document control, a well-written non-conformity might state the procedure for control of documented information, that is clause 7.5, is not consistently followed. 3 out of 5 sampled documents were found without approval signatures. These exercises help participants develop the judgment and communication skills needed in real audits. Then we have examination, assessment, and certification. At the end of the course, participants are typically assessed through a combination of continuous evaluation based on participation, group work, and exercises, and a final written examination. The exam often includes multiple choice questions, scenario-based questions, and tasks such as writing non-conformity reports or audit summaries. Successful participants receive a lead auditor training certificate, which confirms completion of the training. It is important to note that this certificate shows training completion, not automatic professional certification. To become a fully recognized lead auditor, for example with IRCA, individuals must also log a specified number of audit hours and meet additional experience requirements after the course. Then the main question comes here: who should enroll in this course? This training is suitable for a wide range of professionals, including quality managers and QMS coordinators are responsible for implementing and maintaining ISO 9001. Internal auditors who want to progress from participating in audits to leading them. Compliance officers, risk managers, and operations heads are involved in process improvement. Consultants who advise organizations on QMS implementation and audit readiness. Engineers, production managers, and service delivery managers who interact with quality systems. Individuals aspiring to work as external auditors for certification bodies. Even professionals not directly in quality roles can benefit, as the course develops transferable skills in critical thinking, process analysis, risk assessment, and communication. Then we have career benefits and professional opportunities. Completing a recognized ISO 9001 lead auditor course can significantly enhance career prospects. Many job postings for quality manager, compliance manager, QMS consultant, and certification auditor roles explicitly mention ISO 9001 lead auditor certification as a preferred or mandatory qualification. With this credential, professionals can pursue roles such as internal lead auditor within their organization. Supplier second-party auditor assessing vendors and partners. Third-party auditor working for certification bodies. Quality management consultant guiding organizations through ISO implementation and audits. Corporate trainer delivering QMS and auditing workshops. In addition, the skills gained such as systematic thinking, evidence-based evaluation, and effective communication are valuable for leadership and management roles beyond pure quality functions. Then the main question comes here: how to choose the right training provider? Not all lead auditor courses are equal, so selecting the right provider is crucial. Key factors to consider include accreditation recognition. Prefer courses approved by recognized bodies like CQI and IRCA, PECB, or other internationally acknowledged schemes. This ensures your certificate is widely accepted. Trainer expertise. Trainers should be experienced lead auditors with real-world exposure across different industries, not just theoretical instructors. Course format. Options include classroom-based, live virtual, or blended learning. Choose based on your learning style, schedule, and budget. Practical component. Ensure the course includes role plays, case studies, and hands-on exercises, not just lectures. Post-training support. Some providers offer guidance on building audit logs, preparing for professional membership, or assessing job opportunities, which can be very helpful. Now let's discuss step-by-step roadmap to becoming a certified ISO 9001 lead auditor. Becoming a certified lead auditor is a journey that extends beyond the training course. A practical roadmap includes: build foundational knowledge. Start by understanding basic quality concepts and the ISO 9001-2015 standard through self-study or introductory courses. Enroll in a recognized lead auditor course. Choose a 5-day, 40-hour course from an accredited provider and commit fully to all sessions and exercises. Then pass assessments and obtain training certificate. Successfully complete continuous assessments and the final exam to receive your lead auditor training certificate. Gain practical audit experience. Begin conducting internal audits, participate in supplier audits, or assist in third-party audits. Maintain a detailed audit log documenting your role, scope, findings, and outcomes. Then apply for professional membership certification. Depending on your career goals, apply for grades such as IRC Lead Auditor, PECB Certified ISO 9001 Lead Auditor, or equivalent, submitting your training certificate and audit log as evidence. Then commit to continuous learning. Stay updated with revisions to ISO 9001, such as the upcoming ISO 9001-2026. Attend refresher courses and consider expanding into related standards like ISO 14001 Environment, ISO 45001 Occupational Health and Safety, or ISO 27001 Information Security. So the ISO 9001-2015 QMS Lead Auditor Training Course is a transformative program that equips professionals with the expertise to lead high-impact audits and drive meaningful organizational improvement. It blends deep knowledge of the ISO 9001 standard with practical auditing skills, ethical principles, and real-world application. For anyone serious about building a career in quality management, compliance, or auditing, this course is not just a credential. It is a foundation for becoming a trusted advisor who helps organizations achieve excellence, reduce risk, and earn customer confidence. With the right training, dedicated practice, and ongoing professional development, you can establish yourself as a competent and respected ISO 9001 lead auditor in today's global marketplace. This is all about today's session. If you liked this video, then please share and subscribe TNB Academy for more such informative content. And I, Akanksha Mishra, will see you in the next episode of TNB Academy. Thanks for watching.